Thanks for our mugs. I know. We want to show everyone our.
Okay, I got to get the camera thing because we're just not used to.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. From closet to office
to studio. We're living big time. We're really living big time.
So beyond bougie right now. And don't ask me if the toes are painted because they're not.
Bougie. I have whipped cream in my tea, in my iced coffee.
Seriously.
I keep my own can of whipped cream here.
That's bougie.
It's serious. I know.
That is bougie.
I know.
You like the cold brew stuff though, right?
I really do.
Yeah. Like if this temperature gets beyond scalding your tongue hot, I'm going to have to microwave.
That's how I am with hot stuff though. It's either burning my mouth off or it's ice cold.
So then how can you switch coffee to cold? Like that's the thing I can't do because it's always hot for me. So then when I have it cold, I'm like,
oh, yeah. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so today's episode, thanks for joining us.
Coming back.
Yeah. Today's episode is things that maybe you haven't tried, or maybe you're struggling to get into therapy or thinking about going to therapy or kind of on the fence or can't afford it or whatever.
Or on a long wait list.
Yes. So these are things for those folks, but it's also for people that are like, this doesn't work for me and this doesn't work for me and this doesn't work for me. So we came up with a list of things that we want to know. Like, have you tried these?
Have you tried?
Have you tried these? But have you tried these?
And have you really tried them?
Have
or
you
do you just think you wouldn't like them? I wouldn't do them. They won't work.
Yeah.
Have you tried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What you got?
All right. So this is an unpopular opinion one.
Ooh.
But have you tried seeing your primary care therapist? And we were just having a conversation.
Wait, primary care therapist?
Yeah, primary care.
Girl, yes! Sometimes they are the primary care therapists.
They are. I love when I get into my primary care's office, right? Because I'm like, you're here for me.
Your undivided attention?
You're asking me how I feel. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. Primary care physician.
Mm.
Because most of the time when we get people come into our offices, that's one of the things we ask. Have you seen your doctor yet? Have you had your physical? Have you had blood work done? And I know that sounds really like rhetoric. However, it is so important because there's so many things that are misdiagnosed as mental health that are actually medical conditions. So you could be feeling like your adrenaline is too high. You can feel like you're sweating all the time. You could feel like you can't sleep. And those are all also symptoms of things like thyroid issues or high glucose. You could be pre-diabetic. You could be deficient in B12 or vitamin D. Yeah. And so all those things are so important and can be misdiagnosed in therapy. So if you're on a waiting list because you think all these symptoms are mental health related, go to your primary care physician, not therapist, and get checked out and just make sure that blood work is good. Make sure that you're healthy because that is something that you can do in the meantime. That's huge.
Yeah. The vitamin D, B12, I'm going to throw iron in there as well.
Especially for women.
And a thyroid. I'm going to throw that one in there.
Yes.
So you can ask your doctor about those. Those are great
And
ones.
again, important is those symptoms mimic anxiety and depression symptoms. So those can be misdiagnosed on the mental health side, but can be easily fixed and subside on the medical side. So, yeah.
Excellent. I love that.
Oh, yeah. Go to your doctor.
I also love the primary care therapist.
Right?
Because sometimes when I'm saying that to people, I kind of feel like, you're operating a little bit outside of your scope. But I'm like,
yes,
yo, ask your doctor to check for this, this, and this.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. My tip is, but have you tried boundaries?
Oh.
So this is the boundary you can try. People are like, I'm overwhelmed. I can't set boundaries. I'm no good at boundaries. Boundaries are hard. Well, yes to all of those things.
Right.
But let's just try this boundary. No. No. So I want you to think of like a small request that you can practice saying no to. And then it gives you a little bit of exposure, right? Like, do you want to watch this movie tonight? And you're like, no. I did it last night.
Did you?
Yeah. My son was like, you want to watch the Star Trek show with me? And I was like,
that's a hard
oh,
sell.
I want to, he just came home from college. I'm like, I want to spend time with you. I love you. But also I want to not be on my phone or be thinking about other stuff. And so I said, no. And we picked a different show.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So find something small that you can practice. You're going to practice baby boundaries, which is the word no.
I think women need to do that when your partner asks you what you want to eat for dinner. Just say no to the things that you don't want to eat. It's fine. Just say no.
Yeah, I like the elimination.
Yeah,
I'm
you
into
talk
it.
to men a lot and they'll be like, I hate this conversation. I say to my partner, what do you want to eat? She says, I don't care. Then I list 3 places. She says, I don't want to eat there. And we do that. We have to own that. We'll placate a little bit. We'll say we don't care because we're kind of trained to say we don't care sometimes. And we just need to say we care and just say no. No, I don't want to eat that. No, I don't want that for dinner. No.
That's what I always start with. Tell me the shit you're not in the mood for.
Right.
Because then we can just eliminate
Exit off
that
the list.
whole section
Yep.
on DoorDash. We can just skip right over it. Skip right over it.
Just swipe on by. Don't want those. Yeah. No is a good one.
Yeah. No, it's a good one. All right.
All right. Again, unpopular. We've talked about this several times before. You and I, it's on the top of our coping skills list. Exercise.
Oh.
Exercise. Have you tried? And here's the thing. We've talked about this before. We will probably talk about it a million times. We'll just overdo it. But exercise can be so many things other than, running. So go for a walk. Walking is so powerful. I think everybody just kind of downplays the walking thing as if it's not exercise or it's not, cardio enough, but it's lovely. It's beautiful. It's therapeutic. Take your walks. That really does help. It really does help to change the mood. It helps to decrease the stress level. So exercise, and again, it doesn't have to be something huge like running a 5K, which I think is huge, by the way.
Yeah, I think going outside, just going outside, right? So it changes the sensory experience you have.
Yes.
So fun fact about the walk, there is an organization, it's a nonprofit called Still I Run, and it's an advocacy organization that sponsors people that are mental health advocates that are big in the running community. Okay. So every May for Mental Health Month, they do like a challenge. You're supposed to walk at least a mile every single day for the month of May. So I've done it like many years in the past. So last year I did it and I got to the end of May and I was like, I'm going to keep doing it. So what I said last year is I'm going to do every single mile outside because I have a treadmill. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it outside. So then I got to like the end of June. And then I got to the end of July. And then I just kept going. Nice. And then I got to a goal where I said, I'm going to walk or run at least 1 mile. And oftentimes it was more every single day outside for an entire year.
Oh, it's awesome.
And I did. I actually did it. And then I think I stopped in like July.
Yeah. It's awesome. There was a couple years, a girlfriend of mine, shout out to Danielle. We would meet every day after work. And we live in Pennsylvania. We live for May through August here. It's always cold and rainy and snowy all the other months of the year. And her and I would meet every day after work about 5:30, 6 o'clock, bundle up in like 15 layers of clothes and go run. And we would do several miles. Now, this was years ago when we had a lot more time. But there's something about like your body when it goes through when it's running in the elements. When it's cold and you feel that
I love running in the cold.
Your chest gets like really tight. Your arms start to ache because it's so cold you can barely catch your breath. But there is so much you get from that. Just the like empowering feeling, I think, too, of just being able to do that. But also there's the mental health benefits. But that was great. I look back on my time. I had a lot more time back then. So I look back on it very favorably, too, in that respect. But yeah, it was so great. So being outside is
it was such a good exercise, right, for me, because it was like not if I'm going to do it, it's what part of my day am I going to do it? And it didn't matter what the weather was, which is very similar to like we can wake up and have a shit day and it's like, how am I going to navigate this? Right. Sometimes I had to have a coat. Sometimes I took the dog. Sometimes it was an umbrella. Like it's a great metaphor for like, how do I make this day or this experience manageable?
Yeah. Right? And then I could do hard things. Like it's going to be hard today.
Do hard things, girl.
It's raining out there. It's going to be cold, but I did it.
I did it.
I did that.
I did the hard thing.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Mine, identify feelings, not just thoughts. You have a lot of that going on?
Always.
Yeah. People are like, are you expressing a thought when you're trying to express a feeling? Right? Like, I think you never, ever listened to me.
Yes.
What did you just express there?
Yeah.
So part of it is because we don't really have great emotional fluency. Most people, if you ask them, like, how are you feeling? They give like 1 of 4 answers, which I outlaw. You can't say good, fine, okay, or tired.
Yes.
But that's kind of all we get. And we've talked about this before, right? So one of the ways that you can increase your emotional fluency is by using like a feelings wheel or a feelings check-in.
Okay.
Then you have a better sense of like what the hell I am feeling. And then what, if anything, do I want to do with that? And sometimes it's nothing, right? But we walk around and we're like, I'm feeling some kind of way.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Or I'm fine. You're like, which fine is it?
Ooh.
Which fine is it? Is it the I'm fine? Or is it the I'm fine? Or is it the I'm fine?
Yeah.
Right?
Another one and I use it too myself, but I try to catch myself when I use it, but no, it's okay. That phrase, like, no, it's okay. Like when someone says like, oh, they did that. And you're like, yeah, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You're like, no, it's not.
My least favorite is like, it is what it is. Strike me down. Strike me down. So,
I feel like I use that too sometimes, like just myself.
Ooh, do you want me to tell you the new one that I came? Because I go, who decides what it is? First of all,
who's the determining factor of the it is?
Right. But also, every time I hear that, all I think is there's grief in there. Whatever that person is saying, there's some grief in that statement.
And it is sure, because like think about it. If you didn't get a job, you're like, it is what it is.
Yep,
you're like,
there's grief.
I'm sad I didn't get the job.
So and so didn't text me back. It is what it is.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good point.
Yeah,
I like that.
There's like grief in there. So I switch it, and like all of my people know I hate that phrase, so they're really good. Don't say it. But we now say it is as it is.
I love that.
Yeah. So we switch it up. It is as it is.
Okay. You know what I don't let people say?
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah. That's the phrase you can't say.
Yeah.
You know, you're upset, you're crying. Okay, well, what's going on? I don't know. And it's okay for a second to be like searching for the reasons. Like it's okay. But that's not we don't stop at I don't know. Like that's just not good enough. Or if your partner says to you, you seem really upset today. What's going on? I don't know. That doesn't get left where it is because you do know at least how you're feeling. Like you're saying, your descriptive words. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling angry. It doesn't always have to make sense how you're feeling, right? You might be like, I don't know why I'm angry right now. That's okay. But you feel angry.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not, I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm feeling angry. Maybe I can't figure out yet where the anger is coming from. That's fine. That's what therapy's for. But the I don't know, we cannot stop at the I don't know.
Well, also, when I ask people that, if they give that response, I go, that's exactly why I'm asking you. It's because your face says, like, I don't know and I don't want to know, which is why I'm asking you.
Right.
Or people will, this happens to me a lot, they'll give that back. And I go, you didn't even give yourself 3 seconds to even consider, like, what that might be.
Right.
Or when people are searching for a feeling, this is my favorite. They go,
like,
and I go, oh, you're trying to feel with here instead of feel with here. Yeah. When really, when you're trying to figure out a feeling, what I encourage people to do is like, close your eyes. Close your eyes, get in here, because it's not up here.
And use descriptive words. They don't always have to make sense, right? Like sometimes we truly can't make sense of our feelings. Like I'm feeling like I just want to like throw my phone against the wall. I'm not going to do it, but that's how I feel. And someone says to you, well, why do you want to throw your phone? At that moment, sometimes you don't exactly know why you would love to chuck something across the wall, but that's how you feel.
Yeah.
Right? So the I don't know can come a little bit later, and that makes a little more sense, but you do know how you feel, how it feels to be in your body right now. You know how that feels. No one else does but you.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. What do you got?
Me. Okay. So have you tried leaning into laughter? Ooh. Yeah. So we know that laughter changes mood, right? There's tons of research that shows that if somebody is upset and we can get them to laugh, it absolutely gives them a window of time where that mood is paused. And there's an opportunity then to switch it around. Sometimes we go back to how we feel, but laughter can really be such a strong tool. So I encourage people a lot of times, find people that you think are funny, find podcasts that you think are hilarious, find a Netflix.
This one?
This one could be the one.
It is the one. The one. The only.
We are number one. We will make you laugh. Have your comedians that you love, already ready to go, and have that as like your list of things that I can turn to when I'm not feeling good, when I need a little bit of laugh, and give it a chance, give it a good couple minutes. It's not going to make you laugh immediately. If you have a sitcom that always makes you laugh,
Grace and Frankie and Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. Oh, Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek does it every time without fail.
There's like, and we should do one of these. There's like certain episodes, or there's certain TV shows or movies that literally can change your mood depending on where you are. right? Like if I need
We'll
to
do an episode.
Yes, like
for
if I
sure.
need to feel like the world could be saved, it's Ted Lasso for me every
Oh,
day,
yes.
all
Yes.
day.
The world isn't shit.
But Schitt's Creek, if you just need a laugh, if you just want to hear 10 minutes of people talking to each other and it's Schitt's Creek. But so that's a perfect example of what we're talking about. You know,
Yeah.
pick your best of the best and have them on reserve, and then use those to help try to save the mood a little bit.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that one. Ooh, here's one. But have you tried? And most people will say, it doesn't work for me.
That phrase.
Can you guess? Can you guess what it is?
Oh my God. It's so many. I have so many because I hear that so often and they've never tried any of it.
I know.
But
So
I just don't think
do you
I
know
like
what? But have you tried this? Which one is it?
So I'm going to guess on the reading, but I could be totally wrong. But,
No, it's meditation.
Oh God. Yeah. I can't believe I didn't say that first.
Meditation.
That
Doesn't work for me.
People have
I've tried it.
visceral
Wait.
reaction.
My favorite is like I've tried it and I can't stop my thoughts
Yes.
from like happening. And I go, that's what meditation is. The fact that you noticed you're having a lot of thoughts. Meditation is not the absence of thoughts. Meditation is awareness of the mind-body process in the present moment without judgment. So the fact that you're telling me your mind was racing,
Right.
you just practiced mindful meditation.
Yes.
So my favorite app for this, and I think they still do a free 30-day thing, and we're not sponsored by them, by the way. So anything that we say, we're saying it because we genuinely like it. But also,
Yes.
if you want to sponsor us, we would be okay with that.
You're getting information from us that we get nothing from. So
Yes.
just take it right.
Yeah, I pay for my subscription is Headspace. I
do
think
love
it's the
Headspace.
most user friendly. I think they have ones that are so specific. They have ones for like a fertility journey or, you know, feeling low self-esteem after losing a job. Like they have very, very specific ones. They have women's ones. They have like politics without panicking. They have everything. And I think they do a really, really good job. It's very user friendly. And I love their little like animations. I think they're so cute.
Yeah. You know who else does a great one?
Who?
It's expensive though. And I'll be honest, I don't even pay for it anymore, but I used it for a long time myself and I loved it. 10% Happier, that app from Dan Harris.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Yeah, well, his story is amazing because he had a live panic attack on air when he was giving he's a journalist and he was giving a live broadcast. And so his story goes on about his treatment of anxiety and panic disorder. And then he started this whole project called 10% Happier. But yeah, they do a great job too with meditative exercises and different ones for different categories. And what I liked about his was he had some very quick ones because when we do introduce this to people, the idea is that they're going to lose, you know, an hour of their day meditating and they're already out. And his, you know, were just some really quick, a couple minutes and mantras that you can kind of work on. But yeah, they're very effective. But you are so right. That is the number one. It will not work for me.
And I'm just going to tell you, right? Like outside of medication and like breathing, meditation and mindfulness is the most effective coping skill for anxiety. The most effective coping skill. And it's the one people least want to use.
Yes.
Make it make sense.
I know. Just try it. Have you tried?
Have you tried it? All right. What you got?
Okay, so it kind of goes hand in hand with meditation.
Ooh.
So I do this thing personally for my anxiety, which I've talked about before. And I do recommend it to other people. I call it the big sigh. And so for a lot of mamas out there, I think you know what it is. It's where you're like standing in your kitchen sometimes and you just go, and like someone will walk by and be like, what's wrong? Are you good? You're like, yeah, I'm great. Thanks. Because you're letting it all out in that sigh. Whatever you were just feeling, whatever was overwhelming, it comes out. But it's really just a deep breath in. But the big sigh is that you actually make the noise. Like someone would hear you sighing. You go a big breath out and you make the noise. But that is a little bit of that controlled breathing. And you use that in times when you're feeling frustrated or you're feeling overwhelmed or a little bit over sensory issues, that big sigh. So take that deep breath in, make the noise as you bring it out and have a big sigh. But that goes along with kind of learning those breathing techniques and the meditative techniques.
I had some micro sighs that I wasn't even aware that I did. I would just do them occasionally. And my husband would always be like, are you okay? And I'm like, what? I'm fine. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I understand now.
Yeah. Well, because when other people let out those sighs, sometimes they are frustrated with someone. They're like, huh. You know, that big huh. And like this is a calculated, purposeful, big breath in. And then you're letting it out with some noise. And you connect to that as releasing that energy. So yeah, the big sigh.
Yeah. I like the big sigh.
Yeah.
I like the big sigh. All right. But have you tried micro self-care?
You know, you mentioned this to me.
I did.
And I tried to make a list.
Oh, what
and
happened?
This sucked. Oh. I know.
That's not good self-care.
It is not. We've established that.
Microaggression towards yourself.
We've established where I could do some work, which is the self-care department. So I'm so excited that you're doing this. Tell me what they are.
So I have a couple of things. Putting your phone on do not disturb.
You're great at that.
I am great at that.
Because you're always on and here's where I get the anxiety. Yours comes up as whatever it says, like it's on silent or whatever.
And notify anyway?
Yes, that gives me such anxiety. I'm like, who would notify her anyway? Like,
do it.
I think about boundaries. I'm like, someone would have to be bleeding on their way to the hospital to notify her anyway.
It doesn't really notify anyway. Like
No.
I have to like manually go in and do it. But putting your phone on do not disturb is an excellent micro self-care.
That's good.
Put on a different shirt or different pants than what you're wearing.
Oh, like when you come home from work?
When you come home from work, or if you're kind of having a lazy Saturday and you're like, I could wear my pajamas all day.
Oh, yeah.
You have the bed comfy clothes, but change into the couch comfy clothes, right? Or just put on a new shirt, like a new t-shirt.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a good one.
Or a fresh pair of socks.
Okay.
Fresh pair of socks.
Like, you know you have those clothes that you're just always dying to get into.
Yeah.
Like, just they make you feel so much better about your life.
Yeah. Just change.
Yeah.
Change what it is.
One.
Yeah, it is a good one. Light a candle is another really good one.
I love a good candle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Play a song you loved as a kid, which goes into like the lean in.
Yes.
It could go lean.
It does.
Lean into laughter.
In fact, I did. We're going to get to songs too. I put that on there because music is so good for the mood too. Yeah.
Do you want to just roll into songs?
Yeah.
Then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of my things was pick your mood playlist.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
So if you're stressed, you have particular songs that are going to change the way that you're feeling about the stress. And if you're a little bit down, there's some songs that you play. And then if you need to like be your own, cheerleader, like there's
your own hype person.
Yes. The hype girl. Yes. Yeah. So you have certain songs. Do you have certain songs? Yeah.
Wait, no, you go first.
Oh, okay. All right. So I wrote them down because I didn't want to forget.
I got my childhood ones. I don't know if I got to like think for a
every
minute about.
80s and 90s station is on repeat.
90s is like,
which so upsets my kids. To the end, they're like, "What is this? Who? Bill Biv DeVoe? Who are they?" I'm like, "Oh, I did not raise you right. Like you just don't know."
Yeah, that girl is poison. Who said that?
Seriously, come on. How does that not change your mood? Right, a little Bobby Brown.
Yes. Every little step you take.
Seriously, I would throw on anything that is 80s, 90s related, like definitely Bobby Brown, Bill Biv DeVoe. Oh my God, I'd put on some Snoop Dogg in a minute. A little gin and juice will change my world.
Yes.
If I need to go and get my Supergirl strength on, I'm going to do Eminem. I'm going to do Christina Aguilera's Fighter for sure. I'll do Pink, So What? Absolutely. Any day of the week. Yeah. And then Indigo Girls is like my go-to, like just chill.
I remember them.
Yes.
I have their CD.
Indigo Girls were amazing. Like if you just need to know that it's all going to be okay. Like it's all going to be good. Little Indigo Girls will save your day.
Brings me, I can like see the CD cover. Did you have the wall? Do you remember that store?
Yes, I did.
That you put the blue sticker on the CD. So if like something went awry, you could go back and you'd be trying to peel that off, putting it on some other busted ass CD. And they're like, we know what you did
We know what you did. It's not going to work.
I miss those days.
I know.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
I was
playlist.
I was a big Hanson gal.
Oh,
saw them multiple times. Mbop.
Yes.
Know all the words.
How
and
can
like
you not get
the
up?
oohs and the ahs and I know all of them.
Yeah.
Like it's in the lyrics.
Yep.
It's a real thing.
Crisscross will make you jump.
It will make you jump. MC Hammer. Hammer Time.
I mean,
Vanilla Ice. I could do Vanilla Ice.
And Vanilla Ice is still around and still looks young, by the way. Good job for you.
Doesn't he have like a home improvement show? I love that journey for him. I really do. Michael Jackson Thriller, I will do at a wedding every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Rage Against the Machine is another one.
Yeah, you're like, let's go.
Yes, is one of my like just faves.
But see, that changes the mood. Look.
It does.
I know.
Yeah.
People have to have their own playlist.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. And then use it. Use your playlist.
Yeah, especially the like, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Absolutely.
I mean,
little rebel. Oh, absolutely.
Go with the
Avril Lavigne. That's who I would go to for my rebel.
It's complicated. She is someone that does not age.
She
does not age.
In fact, her
at all.
new music is absolutely amazing.
No, but have you seen her?
Yes,
Like,
she
seen
looks
her?
the exact
same. She still got the tie, the hair, the skateboard.
Still doing the punk rock.
Everything.
I love her. But yes. Yeah. All right. Get your playlist, people.
Okay. So one of my last ones is, have you tried asking yourself, halt? Ooh, do you know about halt?
I feel like I'm not halting.
Ooh, okay. Halt.
Have you heard me talk on this thing? I talk like a mile a minute. I can't even understand
it's an acronym.
myself sometimes. So whatever it is, I need to halt.
Yes, acronym. So a lot of problems can be solved if we ask ourselves, halt. So it's hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Okay. So before you do anything, check in. Do I have any one of those going on? Because chances are you do.
Okay.
And if you do, the likelihood of us being able to do something about one of those in the moment is pretty high, right? Like if I'm hungry, I'm going to go get something to eat. If I'm lonely, I might pick up the phone, call, text. That's super easy now, right? If I'm tired, maybe I'm going to close my eyes for 10 minutes. Okay. Right? Mm-hmm. If I'm angry, maybe I'm going to do the sigh.
Big old sigh.
Yeah, the big old sigh. But have you tried just doing that first before you get really overly involved in like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. What's going on? I don't know what I'm feeling. Just halt. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired.
On any given day, I'd be like, all of those.
All of the above.
Yes. Yes to everything.
Yep.
But I would always go to eat. Like, I can always eat.
Every time. That's what I'm saying. Every time.
Yeah. It's usually a lot of the times is what solves is did I eat yet? Mm-hmm. If not, why not?
Yes.
And then let's go eat.
Yes. 2807.
Okay. All right. Good. I got, how many more do you have?
I have one more.
Okay. 3. All right. So have you tried, if any of you are thinking that you have ADD and ADHD and are awaiting treatment or trying to get in to see somebody, we have something that we work on in sessions called Touch It Once, which is something you have to adapt to even if you are diagnosed with ADD and ADHD. So it's the idea of, we give this example when you have ADD and ADHD, you go into your kitchen and you go, oh, I'd like to have a cup of coffee. So you go and you grab the coffee and you're like, oh, I got to clean it out. So you start to clean it out. And then you look to your left and you're like, oh, I forgot to put the mail in the mailbox. So you take the mail to the mailbox and you come back in and you go, oh, I left my shoes on the floor. Let me put them away. And you go, oh my God, I forgot to change the dryer. I've got to switch the clothes. So you switch the clothes. And then an hour later you come back and you go, where's my coffee?
I feel personally attacked right now.
Yeah. I mean, welcome to my world. So what we have is this theory of touch it once, which means the minute that you took that coffee maker out, you tell yourself, I touched this once. I touched this once. I finish it. I clean it out. I put it back. I let go. I touched it once. And then the next thing you pick up, I got the mail. I take the mail to the mailbox. I come all the way back in. I come back into the kitchen. I touch the mail once. Because with ADD and ADHD, if you really do get diagnosed with it, that if you put it down, there will be other things you pick up and you will not finish that. And so we have this thing called touch it once. So try the mantra of touch it once.
I love that.
And you keep saying it to yourself.
Because you only touched it once. My goal is to only touch it once.
Yeah.
Yeah. To not be, if you give a moose a muffin, a pig a pancake.
Right.
Our little friend.
It just gets bigger and bigger and
the donkey donut.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So try to touch it once.
That. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that. That's great. Okay. But have you tried self-compassion?
That's a good one.
Yeah. I love when people are like, I don't know how to do that, who have children and spouses. And I go, really?
Okay.
That's interesting. You don't know how to do compassion at all.
That makes me sad.
You're just spraying it in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Like we need to spray it like a hose back here. You actually do know how to be kind. Yeah. You do know how to be nice. So a lot of people are like, what am I supposed to stand in the mirror and be like, I love you? I don't believe that. I mean, that's fine. But so what I say to people is, but have you tried, if you're not at a place where you can shower yourself and compliment, but have you tried being slightly less mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I say to start, right? Mm-hmm. Like be slightly less of an asshole to yourself. Right. Just ever so slightly less.
Anything kind.
Just and then we get to like a neutral place. Mm-hmm. Then we get to the neutral place. Then we can build on like actively being kind. But we need to move away from actively being cruel and mean.
Yeah. And there's so many ways to do that. Like I showed up at work today. Mm-hmm. Like, good for me. I didn't want to go. I don't like the job. It's hard. I don't like the people I work with or whatever the case is, but I went. Like, I did the thing today. Like, even just that self-narrative makes a difference on how you treat yourself. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it makes me sad when people say they don't know how to do it at all.
Yeah. And I think, the narrative in your head. So what I used to do when I was first learning how to do this, I'd drop something and my immediate inner dialogue would be like, you idiot, or something like that.
Okay.
So when I would do that, I would then out loud say, that's not nice.
Mm-hmm.
And so Aiden was like, my son was very young at this time, and he's like, what are you doing? And I did this I don't know, it was probably a year and a half ago. It was something with, like, I forgot to turn the air conditioner on or something.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's at my house, and I did it in my head, like, oh, you idiot. And then out loud, I was like, that's not nice. And he goes, oh, no, like, you don't have to, like, don't worry about the air conditioner. It's all good. And I was like, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to me. Yeah. But if you think about it, right, the way you treat yourself, if you had a relationship with another human being, with the way you treat yourself, how long is that relationship going on for?
Yeah.
Not long. And yet the only one that's riding this to the end of the end with me is me.
Yeah.
So if I don't like her, it's a donkey ride to hell.
Right.
Like, it's a bad time.
Right. And if you beat her up along the way, it's terrible.
Yeah, stop doing that to her.
Absolutely.
Stop doing that.
She's doing her best. She
really is.
She's running marathons.
I know. God. Running from spiders.
Oh, Jesus.
Dancing to Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh, my God. Right? Now I'm listening to it the whole way home.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. I'll do my last one. Okay. So my last one is, have you tried stop waiting for motivation?
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. Please stop waiting for motivation.
I love that one.
And we're going to break some hearts. Motivation's not coming. It's just not coming. It's not coming for you. It's not going to knock on your door. It's not going to wake you up in bed and say, today's the day we're going to get up. Motivation isn't going to do that for you. You're going to make a decision to make a change, and you're just going to push yourself hard, and then they become easier to make. But everybody I talk to, who's trying to make some sort of change, I'm just not motivated. Where's my motivation? How do I get motivated? And that's just not something that comes. It's just not something that's going to come. You're going to make a decision, a choice, and then the motivation is going to follow. The motivation to continue to do something will come, but that decision to make a change is first.
Can I tell you my motivation metaphor?
Yes.
Okay. So I think of motivation like this. Have you ever played like Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like that, right? And you're going around, and then sometimes you hit the star and it's like dun 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 dun. That's what motivation is. It's your star power. And sometimes we hit 5 in a game, and sometimes we hit 0 in a game. But you have to think of motivation as an added bonus. And I am going to do this like with more chutzpah, like with more energy, with more this. But we don't stop playing the game just when the star power drains out.
Right.
Like, motivation is star power. So we have to figure out, what are we doing on the days that I don't have a lot of star power? Like, what do I need to do? Because it's going to show up very infrequently, just like in Mario Kart.
Yeah. And like you said, you have to play the game first to get those things. Like, you don't start off with everything you want, all the motivation that you want. You have to play the game first.
Yes.
And then you get the motivation.
And then you get the star power. And when you have it, you go dun 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 dun.
That's right. Dance around.
Yeah. I would encourage you to do it.
They should have like a little, like, they'll download that on their phone. And anytime they do something great, they'll have that little.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So those are our ideas for you if you're waiting for therapy, if you haven't gone, if you're flirting with going, if you're still waiting, whatever, but try these things in between because they can be helpful.
Or if you're in therapy and you haven't tried them.
Yes.
And your therapist keeps saying to you, but have you tried?
Have you tried?
Yeah.
Please appease them. Give it a try.
Yeah. So try something. Try anything that you haven't tried from our list, or maybe you have your own list, but try something that you have tried.
Absolutely.
Yes. Until next time, stay nearly normal.